From cookies to the special treats you only make once a year, the holidays for many of us are synonymous with food. And oftentimes these meals are packed with salt, sugar, and fat. But there are some ways you can enjoy your favorites without gaining them around your waist. And here to show us what is in some of your holiday treats are dietitians Auburn Fowler and Crystal Cates. All right, Auburn, let's start with salt.
Yes.
For a lot of us, it's easy to pick up those pre-packaged meals or side dishes, but a lot of times they're loaded with extra sodium. So what do you recommend?
Yeah, so salt is a preservative. So anytime something is shelf stable, you're probably gonna find salt in it. So there's a couple different labels you can look for. You can either go like a low salt or reduced sodium or even no added salt label. And I think we have a couple of those up there. So like when you're picking up like canned green beans, right, for green bean casserole, you can use like a no added salt or a reduced sodium version of those, and even rinsing them before you add them to the casserole helps get rid of some extra salt that way as well. The same thing for the cream of mushroom soup that you add. They make a reduced sodium version of that as well. So you can really find several options just in that one casserole that can make a big difference.
Okay, and Crystal, let's talk about sweets. There's no shortage of those around the holidays. And we are going to talk about these numbers right here. What does this demonstrate?
Yes. So the very small container represents what a woman should take in every day for added sugar, or less. If we can do less than that, that's even better. That's about 25 grams. And the larger cup is for men, which they get a little bit more just simply because they take in more calories. So that's about 36 grams per day. So that's what we're striving for in terms of how much added sugar we're taking in. And you can see up here with the cranberries that if we just make one simple swap from the jellied cranberry sauce and move it towards the fresh cranberries, maybe we make that into a relish, we're going to save about 24 grams of added sugar.
Wait a second. So like a whole day's worth for a woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would save that?
Simply by
Just from
making that one change.
Let's talk about fats. And Auburn, I'll start with you. We have all of these illustrations here, and we hear about healthy fats, and I know a lot of this is animal fat, but when we're looking at this, what is my spread of fats here? You have some butter representing fat, right?
Yeah, we did. So we wanted to make a visual for everybody just to kind of show them how it can really add up for one meal, right? So a little bit here and there, but you spread it out over all those favorite foods we want to eat, and it can make a big difference. So anytime you can tweak something, cut something, you know, just make it into a lighter version, you're going to save yourself a lot on the other end.
And
so
this represents how much we should have, right?
So this is about 50 grams, which is your average intake of fat for the whole day. So we kind of made a visual about what it would look like for the whole meal. So this would be about the equivalent of turkey.
So that's all the fat in turkey.
Like if you had some with a little bit of dressing, right? Because you can't have turkey without dressing.
Nope.
And you have a little Waldorf salad.
Sure.
And maybe some
About
yams.
some mashed potatoes in there.
Yeah, you can have some mashed potatoes. And you gotta have, where's my gravy?
Right
There it
here.
is.
Yeah, look at
A big
that.
chunk of gravy. And you gotta
add
put
some
some butter on top of your roll, right?
And this is green bean casserole.
Little green bean casserole. It's not wanting to come off. And then some eggnog, because everybody needs a little cup of eggnog. And then a slice of pumpkin pie. So that ends up adding up to twice as much as we need for the whole day, just in one meal.
This is in that one meal.
And I noticed you put everything on this white plate, but it seems to be a different size than the red one.
Yeah. So that's one way you can try to help trim down some of the intake you have that day, is just using a smaller plate. So this is like a traditional 12-inch dinner plate, which most people have now, but this is a smaller 9-inch plate. So visually it looks like more when you put food on it, and you know, we eat with our eyes first. So it just kind of helps send that signal to your brain, hey, this is plenty of food, and it may help you save, you know, some of your portion sizes that day.
All right, here's a big one. So a lot of us like to graze, and by us I mean me.
Yeah.
So at holiday parties, right? So if you're just out and food sitting out and you're talking and you're having a good time, do you have any advice for those of us who are grazers?
Yeah, and I mean, this is true for any party, right? Like, it's better just to go ahead and fix a plate, right? If you're having appetizers or if you're snacking or anything, instead of just mindlessly eating while you're, you know, chit-chatting with everyone and catching up with the family. And then you can also just try to stay out of the kitchen too. Because if you're not just hovering over the food, you're less inclined to sit there and snack on it too.
Anything else?
I would try to keep with your activity throughout this holiday season, even if that means you're not necessarily going to the gym, but you're parking further away, walking stairs, things like that. Be careful with what we're choosing for our drinks too. If you're at a party, you know, be selective. Choose the one drink you really like, then move to a sparkling water or a plain water, something unsweetened, so that you're not, you know, overtaking calories in what we're drinking. Even if we chose one glass of wine or one glass of champagne, that would still save us fat and sugar by doing that.
Because there's a whole lot. Remind me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a whole day.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It's our day's worth.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, right. All right, Auburn Fowler and Crystal Cates with Grand Strand Medical Center and some health-conscious ways to enjoy your holiday meals this season. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.